The best part of waking up isn't Folgers. It's the Beat Break Morning Show. Start your morning off right with Sean Garvey and the crew on BeatBreakRadioFM.com.
Hey world, it's your man Precise, and I have great news. The Precise Music app is finally available for your iPhone, Android, and BlackBerry through Amazon and other app stores. That's Precise Music. Music is spelled with a Z. Go get it for all things Precise. Powered by BlackVibes.com. I tried to put it off, but I can't. It's on me. Tried to blame the other man, but I can't. It's on me. Stay in tune. That's Precise Music. Music is spelled with a Z.
We specialize in creating mobile apps for the entertainment industry. Go to bvmobileapps.com, click Get Started Now, create your account, choose your package, upload your content, and click Submit. BV Mobile Apps. Make it easy. Make it mobile.
Listen to Beat Break 87 FM on the go. Download the Beat Break 87 FM app from the app marketplace, including Amazon, Google Play, and the App Store. View photos, videos, and Beat Break 87 shows on your mobile device. Download the Beat Break 87 FM app now for free.
Career tips and info with Coach Mo, brought to you by ftsources.com. All right, guys, I know last week we spoke about LinkedIn profiles. Of course, it's the biggest platform in terms of social media, but it's a professional platform, guys. So we have to remember professional, not Facebook, not Twitter, not Instagram. LinkedIn is a whole nother level. So on LinkedIn, if you want to grab the attention of the hiring manager, you have to speak the language. So the tip for today is called headlining. Now, the spot right under, the little area right under your name on LinkedIn, it gives you the opportunity to edit that. So you can put something like your name, Sean Garvey, and then underneath it, you put it headline. Your headline can include anything from your title, your dream title, your profession, what you truly do that's really great, or perhaps it could just say something really fun and creative, like I am a web designer and I bleed content, something very creative. But it's totally up to you to catch and grasp the attention of whomever is viewing and reading your profile. So guys, be creative with that headline. Don't make it boring, and don't even forget about it altogether. Make sure you make a headline for your LinkedIn profile. Okay guys, this has been Career Tips and Info with Coach Mo. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, Career Coach Mo, guys.
I remember the moment.
I'll never forget that moment.
As long as I live.
As long as I live.
A storage tank ruptured, and for miles, chemicals were pushing up against the riverbanks.
This was a big, big deal, and it was going to have serious impact on communities up and down the river.
I remember the moment this local guy came up to me and said, "They call the guard out for this stuff?"
You probably thought we were all about hurricanes, tornadoes, fighting Mother Nature.
Hey, it's a chemical spill. It's a disaster.
It affects the water supply, threatens wildlife.
We're talking about the health of entire communities and people's livelihoods.
You bet we're ready for these kinds of things.
We were out there with booms to prevent the spill from expanding.
We're responsible for protecting and monitoring the sensitive wetlands.
I also remember the moment that same guy came up to me and said, "I don't know what we would have done if they hadn't called the guard up."
Learn more about how you can protect your friends, families, neighbors, and the environment. Everything that makes up your community. Go to NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the Georgia National Guard. Aired by the Georgia Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Hey, this is Simon Baby from the ATL. I appreciate everybody checking us out on Magic 107.5, but I want you to stick around because I am getting with my man Sean Garvey and DJ Roll'em, Beat Break Radio.
That's right. Brand new season of the Beat Break Morning Show coming this fall. Check us out. Simon Baby, who paved the way for myself, including DJ Roll'em, on the Beat Break Morning Show. Simon Baby.
That's it.
Weekdays, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. on Magic, ATL Magic 107.5.
You the man.
All right. No, you the man. You just made me look good.
The best part of waking up isn't Folgers. It's the Beat Break Morning Show. Start your morning off right with Sean Garvey and the crew on BeatBreakRadioFM.com and HomeTeamRadio.com.
Hey everyone, this is LaVon, and we'd like to welcome you to our new radio show, The Vibe with Vaughn. So come vibe with us each and every Sundays from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Beat Break 87 FM and BeatBreakRadioFM.com.
Beat Break Radio FM, Atlanta's new underground station. Online 24/7 at BeatBreakRadioFM.com.
Who is she?
Who is this woman I keep hearing about?
Who is she? Who is she? The radio diva herself.
Oh my God, are you talking about?
That can't be. Oh, yes, it is, girl.
Wait a minute, that is her.
Yeah, that is her.
Oh my God.
Dee Hill, everybody.
I have to call somebody. This is amazing.
I still can't believe it's her.
Can I get your autograph?
You ain't making me miss her show. Ain't nobody got time for that. Dee Hill Radio Show with your host, Dee Hill.
Keep up the good job, man. You guys are doing a great job. I hope you blow up and become syndicated.
Call in at 404-355-8699 or 1-866-923-2860.
This is Dee Hill. Clap your hands. With your host, Dee Hill.
This is Dee Hill.
Clap your hands. With your host, Dee Hill.
Now, here's your host, Dee Hill.
What's up, ATL? Thank you all for tuning in to the Dee Hill Radio Show, where we come to you live every Saturday night. And let me repeat that, from 7 to 8 p.m. live here on Love 860 AM. So some of you all may be wondering, why am I here on the last Saturday of the month? Because I had to do a little switcheroo, because this month is Brain Tumor Month, and we're going to be discussing that a little bit later on. I'm going to get into more details with you all about that. But first, we're going to introduce our first guest to you all. The young lady that wrote The Life of a Caterpillar. That was my program director. What's going on with that? All right. Tamala Lachey. Yeah. And I'm sorry, I be butchering people's names left and right. On this earth. All right, so let's get into The Life of a Caterpillar. But before we do, congratulations on you writing a book, because a lot of people want to, but a lot of people can't because they don't know how to. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
So let's get into The Life of a Caterpillar. So what inspired you, first of all, to write that?
Mainly, well, in the beginning, the book was not for everyone.
Okay.
I was writing it for me to heal.
Okay.
But once I finished the book, it was like, because I pray all the time, so it was like in my prayer, God was like, now make it for everybody else.
Yeah.
So I made it a combo. So it's a book and a workbook combined together. Okay. Because at the end of each chapter, there is questions for the reader. You know, so while you're reading about the process I went through, you can also heal in whatever area of life that you in, that's in your process, what process you in.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Thank you for having the courage to do that. Because I was working with, and it's so important that sisters share things such as that. Because I was working with a young lady who I still work with. And I told her, I said, you have the most calming spirit I have ever met in my life. She said, D, I'm on medication. She said she have to take medication to be that calm. And I said, you know, sometimes I catch myself snapping and everything like that. And I'm so glad that she shared that information with me. Some of the things, you know, that she be going through. I'm like, I be going through the same thing. Yeah. So now that I have a name for what I'm going through, it's like it's much easier for me. I can identify. Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. Yeah, so I applaud you for sharing your information.
Thank you.
So you wrote a total of 6 chapters in this book about your life.
Actually, it started out with 5, and then when I was going through my manuscript, I was like, something missing.
Okay.
And it was the biggest part of me that was missing out the book. And it's actually what was missing, I made it chapter 5.
Okay.
So I went back and I put that information in, and like I said, I made it chapter 5.
Okay, so how long did it take you to write The Life of a Caterpillar?
30 days.
Wow, that's good.
30 days. Because once again, I was just writing it for me.
Okay.
And I was at the point of my life where I was ready to heal and move on. Like I had enough. I was sick and tired. Enough is enough of dwelling and wobbling in that past.
Okay.
I was at that point. I was ready.
Okay.
So it was easier for me to, you know, let it flow out of me onto paper.
Okay.
So it took 30 days to write.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good compared to some people I hear 2-3 years to write a book. I'm like, I want to write one, but I don't want to take 2 to 3 years to write it. So when I hear people say
30 days or 2 weeks, I'm encouraged more to write a book.
It just depends on where you are.
Okay. All right.
You know what I'm saying? If you, like for me, and I can always talk about me.
Mm-hmm.
Like for me, I knew it was time for me to move to the next level.
Okay.
And the only person that was holding me back was me.
Okay.
And that was all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, enough is enough. I'm ready to move. I see it. I'm ready to walk through the door. So then I just started writing it. But the actual title, it actually came to me, excuse me, I think I was 25 years old.
Oh, wow.
The title came to me then, but I had no desire about a book. It was just a title on a piece of paper. And I just let it marinate. I didn't write the book till I was 39.
Okay.
And I'm 41 now, so.
Let me ask you this. When you wrote your book, did you have some type of relief of letting pretty much everything go after you wrote this book?
Yeah, because what I know from writing a book, it's a difference between telling another person your process versus writing it out.
Okay.
It's two different things. Telling another person is just, okay, I'm just telling somebody. For me, writing it out, it was like therapeutic. It was like a weight off my shoulder. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was very healing.
Yeah. I know you cried plenty of tears when you was writing this book.
I cried. I think I cried. I cried the second chapter, and I cried on the 6th chapter.
Okay. Okay.
Them
wow.
the only 2 chapters that I cried on.
So let's get into these chapters.
Let's do it.
Okay. The piece of death, that's dealing with life being attempted to be interrupted by your father.
Yes. My life.
Your life.
My life was being attempted to be interrupted by my father.
Okay.
When my mom was carrying me, she informed my father that she was pregnant.
Okay.
It wasn't what he was with.
Okay.
So he kicked my mom in the stomach, and by the grace of God, my birth wasn't, deleted. You know what I'm saying? So in the book, I wrote it, but I went a lot deeper with it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because I took it down the avenue of that the fact that I'm here right now means that it was a reason that my birth wasn't interrupted.
Yeah.
It was a reason that he wasn't successful in what he was trying to do.
Yeah.
And also, when my mom told her mother that, which is my grandmother, that she was pregnant, she also suggested to her to have an abortion. My mom was totally against it. So she had 2 times to interrupt my birth. You know what I'm saying? But she chose not to. So by her taking that strength to choose not to interrupt my birth means that it was a purpose. It was a reason for me to be here, And so I think this, what I'm doing with this book, is half of the reason.
Definitely. Your story seems similar to Louis Farrakhan's story. I know he said his mom tried to abort him 6 or 7 times. It was never successful. So you definitely have a reason to be here on this earth.
Yep.
Wow. So how are you dealing with things, for that was concerned? How are you dealing with that?
Dealing as far as what?
Him kicking your mom in the stomach.
Well, you have to understand. Well, once they get the book and you read the book, everything will play out.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And from him doing that, she just did away with him. So I never knew him.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? Until I got older.
Okay.
And then all of that get in the book, and it all plays out.
So they're going to have to definitely get the book to find that out.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, for the second story, then the Eye of Darkness. So that's dealing with the validation of wanting to be accepted.
Well, it's a small start of the validation. The actual beginning of the Eye of Darkness is the disengage.
Okay.
That I had, I had a stepfather. My mom married a man when I was 1 year old.
Okay.
I probably was younger than that. They got married. They had kids. whatever the case may be, and a situation happened. And once again, it's in the book.
Okay.
And when that situation happened, I cried out to my mother.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I didn't get no response.
Oh.
So that took me, because she was the only one that was common ground for me in that household.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I didn't get no response, it was a disengage that set up between her and I.
Okay.
Which started a long line of issues.
Okay.
You know. So, yeah.
Wow. So once again, in order to know what that is, you definitely have to get the book. So go ahead, tell us where we can purchase the book at.
Well, actually, I'm having a book signing tomorrow.
Okay.
Tomorrow at the, is it Co-op Seafood on Peachtree Industrial in Doraville?
Oh, honey, not my favorite all-you-can-eat spot.
I guess I've never been there. I'm not a seafood person.
Okay.
But
Wow.
I'm one of the ageless beauties. You know, with Tina B. And
Tina be there all the time.
Yeah, she wanted to, give me a book signing, so
shout out to Tina. Yeah, shout out Tina. I love Tina Bridges.
That's my girl.
She's so supportive. I love her.
She always take care of us, us of the
That's
ageless
good.
beauties.
Yeah.
So that's tomorrow's gonna be my first book signing, so they can go there and they can come to the event. They'll get an autographed copy.
Okay.
And all of that. But
how much is your book?
$20.
Okay. All right. So I know definitely where. What's the name of it again? I know the seafood spot because they got one there and they got one in Conyers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, I'm allergic to shellfish, but because Tina wanted to give it to me.
No, but all you can eat buffet. I don't remember seeing any seafood on there.
Really?
Yeah, it's different on Sundays.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they got good live music, so I love it. Yeah, I love it.
I never been. Yeah. I never been.
Yeah, I love it. I know exactly where it is because that's where she be at all the time.
Yeah, it's tomorrow from 12 to 3.
12 to 3. Okay, wow.
Yeah.
All right, so the next chapter deals with thirst.
Now, thirst is actually about the validation I wanted from my mom.
Okay.
My mom have a total of 4 kids, and 3 of them was by the husband at the time, and I was by a boyfriend.
Okay.
So I'm the only one who don't have the same father, as my siblings them. So, it was a lot of division going on. And once again, my mom was my only common ground.
Yeah, and plus you being the oldest, right?
Yeah, I'm the oldest. And in my mind, I was like, I was here before everybody.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
You the real OG.
Yeah, so we had, I felt, I guess because the fact that I knew that she didn't terminate my birth, that she had mad love for me.
Yeah.
And I needed a type of validation in chapter 3. Like I was seeking a type of reassurance that the love was still there, because in chapter 2, remember, situation happened. You know what I'm saying? So in chapter 3, I needed a type of reassurance. I needed some type of, something from her, of the validation that, I'm just as good as the other 3.
Okay. Were you the type that because I know my mom had me at 48 and my dad was 61 when I was born. So my parents definitely old school. So I couldn't go to them and talk to them about even sex. I couldn't go to my mom and talk to my mom. I remember once I missed my monthly, the girl thing. I got yelled at that I was pregnant. I was sleeping with some boy. I wasn't even kissing then. So did you have that relationship with your mom that you can just go and talk to her? Okay.
No, we didn't have that relationship.
Okay.
I suppressed a lot of things.
Yeah,
that's
like
why
me.
we got this book.
Yeah, like me.
I suppressed a lot of things because, once again, I'm the oldest. So if anyone is the oldest child, they get everything.
Yeah.
Good, bad, and ugly. They got to suffer. They have to suffer for it. Whether it's your fault or not your fault, you will suffer. So I am the oldest, and we didn't have that kind of relationship.
Okay.
I didn't have nobody to go to, and just vent or talk to, or whatever case may be. And I just didn't. I didn't have that.
Because even though I had 8 older sisters. I still didn't have anyone because they was around the same age, so they hung out with each other. I still didn't go around it. I mean, I couldn't go to them and talk to them. I went to my niece who was my age and gave me all the wrong kind of information. So, you know, I understand how you feel not having anyone to go to and talk to.
Yeah.
Wow. So I'm pretty sure, you know, you're much older. You and your mom relationship is probably different now.
Well, I tell you what, me and my mom relationship got better last year.
Wow.
The end of last year.
Okay, wow.
It got better. And like I said, I'm 41 now.
Yeah.
So it's been a long journey. That was a process within itself. It's kind of hard as a girl child to not have a relationship with their mother because even for a boy child too, because the mother carry us for 9 months. So it's a certain type of bond.
Oh, yeah.
That's why when it comes to fathers, the kids like, oh, okay, my dad ain't here. So what? But when it comes to their mother, that bond is built. You know what I'm saying? And because of that bond, if she does the littlest thing, us as kids get bit out of shape about it. You know what I'm saying? So that was a strong, hard-bearing, depressed, dark process. It was deep. It was deep, and it's still to this day a lot of stuff we haven't spoke about.
Okay,
but because I have healed, you know what I'm saying, then my actions and my mentality and my mindset has changed.
Okay,
so I can deal with situations a lot different.
Okay.
You know.
So, do you have kids?
Yes, I do have kids.
Okay. So, out of that, is your relationship with your kids much stronger?
Man, it's the bomb.
That's good.
It's the bomb. I have good. 2 boys, 21 and 19.
Okay.
And I raised them to be so close and tight.
Good.
But I tell you this, because of my relationship with my mother, it caused me to overcompensate.
Okay.
With my kids.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like when I was raised, I love you was not in the household. Showing love was not in the household. I didn't know what love looked like, but I promised myself that whenever I had kids, I would every day tell them I loved them, and I would just go beyond the call of duty for them, and that's what I did.
Okay.
And it's still doing it.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah.
My dad was he was just a woman placed in the kitchen in the bedroom. I had one of them type of dad.
Wow.
And so our relationship, I don't think has ever been strong, but me and my mom, we just always had the best relationship. But like I say, she grew up in them old timers days, certain things we just didn't talk about.
Right.
So I just said whenever I have kids, I would never do that. We would be the best of friends, going to talk about any and everything.
Yeah. We're not the best of friends, but we good.
Okay.
We good.
That's good. That's all that matters. Yeah, that's all that matters. Okay, and the next chapter is dealing with the Demon Slayer.
Yeah, the Demon Slayer.
Okay, so what is that? What is that about?
I was 17 years old, I think, and I met a guy. And I've always been shy because we was always told don't speak unless spoken to, and if no one talking to you, don't say nothing.
Yeah.
So I never told. So I met a guy, and I met a guy at a time in my life where I was staying with my mom, and it was like hell beyond hell beyond hell. I grew up in a domestic violence household.
Okay.
So it was a lot of fighting, a lot of just angry attitudes and tempers. So I met this guy, and he saved me.
Okay.
You know, I remember one day my mom said, you know, Tab, you got to get up out of here. You know, you got to go. And so I called the guy. We was just friends in the beginning. And I said, my mom put me out. I don't know what to do, blah, 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 XYZ. And we eventually started dating. And for some reason, he asked his mom, can Tamla come stay here? And she opened her doors to me.
Okay.
You know, and so we eventually got married in our early 20s. And he made me feel safe.
Okay.
And secure. You know, it was a different type of environment. And because of that, I expected him to take all of this bitterness and skeletons in my closet and fix it, make it right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So he, to me, was why I entitled it the Demon Slayer.
Okay.
He was supposed to be my Demon Slayer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, he was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was supposed to have been my Demon Slayer, but I had to come to a realization that it wasn't his responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he couldn't heal me from my pain. He couldn't fix the hurt. That wasn't his job.
Mm-hmm.
Only I could fix that. You know what I'm saying? But that didn't come to me till later on.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So if you all want to know a little bit more about the Demon Slayer, you're going to have to purchase this book. Is it on Amazon or anything?
It'll be
like
on Amazon. It'll be on Amazon I think in 2 more weeks.
Okay.
In 2 more weeks.
All right.
It'll be available on Amazon and Kindle.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right. So Walk of Tears.
Walk of Tears.
So what is that about?
It's about forgiveness.
Forgiveness.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm pretty sure it took a long time for you to forgive.
Well, here's the thing,
folks.
what I learned about forgiveness. When you forgive, you have to do it for yourself, but not for the other person, because the person probably been on forgot what they did to you.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to do it for yourself, but forgiveness is different for each individual that you need in forgiveness for.
Mm-hmm.
So chapter 5 is about forgiveness, and I'm talking about people who I had to forgive, like my mom, my dad, my ex-husband, and the biggest person that was the biggest battle was myself.
Okay.
It is so easy to forgive everybody else, but it's so hard for me or anybody to forgive themselves.
Okay. So with forgiving, I'm pretty sure your father's back in your life. Do you mind sharing that, how that happened, or do you want them to wait?
I give a brief little
Okay.
And it's actually in chapter 5 how
Okay.
we met. I went through a situation in my life at a decision that I made. And it was a bad decision, which cost me.
Okay.
And so I was scared to tell my mom about it, but eventually I had to because I needed her help. So when I told her about it, I thought she was going to blow up, but she didn't. She actually was real calm and cool because she went through the same situation with my father.
Okay.
And once she shared that with me, she then gave me a piece of paper with this number on it. And she said, call this number and ask for this person.
Okay.
And it was my dad. And when I got on the phone with him, he was like speechless, like had nothing to say. And it was this other guy that got on the phone who was talking more. And it was I have an older brother.
Oh, okay.
And he was talking more, and it was a slow process for us to get to know each other. You know what I'm saying? But even to this day, I remember a time I had to go to him and tell him, look, I forgive you for everything. I'm not trying to bring nothing in your face. I'm not trying to remind you of nothing. I'm just ready to move on. But once again, it's hard to forgive yourself.
Yeah.
And in a way, I feel like he's still battling with the guilt that he did, because when I did meet him later on, he did disown me because then nobody know about me.
Wow. Okay.
And I'm his second child, and I didn't know I had other siblings, so he had 4 kids as well, and I'm the second one. But here's the thing: out of all 4 of us, I look identical like him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So his significant other, which did not know, could not say, "Oh, that's not yours," because looking at me is like looking at him. You know, so.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was the easiest to forgive.
Okay.
He was the easiest.
Do you think it because he was daddy?
I think because, he was dad, and then another thing that, I mean, hey, whatever. You know.
All right, so we're going to get to the last chapter, which is CPR.
CPR.
Cry, pretend, and run.
Cry, pretend, and run. I named chapter 6, which is my final chapter, which was my biggest chapter that most of the tears came from. Because during that chapter, I went through a divorce. I had to raise 2 kids by myself. Mm-hmm. We struggled. We sacrificed. We was homeless. We were hungry. That where my mostest struggle came from.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I was in survivor mode. So during survivor mode, you know you're going to cry. Mm-hmm. You're going to shed some tears. Yeah. And you got to fake it till you make it, so you're going to pretend.
Yeah.
And in survivor, you always running. You know what I'm saying? Trying to stay on point or above water, whatever. So that was my hardest. That was the chapter I went through the most.
Okay.
Because a person who I was so used to being there for me, mm-hmm. I had to make the decision to leave him.
Okay.
Like, my ex-husband was a great man, great provider, great husband, great father, great everything. So you might say, well, Tamla, why you left him? Because once again, those demons. And when you love a person enough, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to make hard decisions, and I had to make a hard decision either to stay here and destroy him, this mm-hmm. good person, or leave, you know what I'm saying, and fix me.
Okay.
So although, no, he didn't want a divorce and it was hard for him, I had to make a decision, a conscious decision.
Okay.
Or it was going to be a lot, hurt people.
Oh, yes, definitely that. Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And when you really love a person, you can't hurt them like that, so I had to leave and CPR that thing. Yeah.
So once again, that was Miss Tamala, and I hope she don't mind me saying Tamala, because I know I'm going to butcher the name anyway.
Tamala Lachey.
Tamala Lachey, I did do
and that's my real name.
Okay, Tamala Lachey. It's just spelled differently.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm having a hard time
pronouncing it. That is my real name. It is not an alias.
All right. All right. She's the author of The Life of a Caterpillar. We want to thank you so much for joining the D Hill Radio Show. Oh, yeah, definitely. And once again, she's going to have her first book signing tomorrow at Cosmo. I think that's pronouncing
I can't help you with
I know. Seafood on Peachtree Industrial, and the book is only $20. So make sure that you all get there from 12 to 3.
12 to 3.
12 to 3, and very good. All you can eat.
Yeah, and if they can't make it to that one, I'm having another one June the 10th.
June the 10th?
At the Holiday Inn on Camp Creek.
Okay, all
and
right.
That one's going to be a book signing / meet and greet / a Q&A.
Okay.
So I'm asking all upcoming authors, present authors, everything. Come there. We're going to do like a press conference. Mm-hmm. Asking Tamla all questions.
Okay.
And I'm going to be transparent with it. And that's on Eventbrite.
Okay. Are the questions just going to be about your book or just?
Whatever they want to ask.
Okay, good.
Whatever they want to ask.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So if you got a flyer, I'll definitely be helping you promote that.
Okay.
Yeah, because I know there's a lot of people out there who want to write books and, will also be interested in the book you just wrote. So once again, thank you for coming to the D Hill Radio Show. So we're going to take a little quick music break, and when we come back, we're going to be talking to Miss Kenya Scott, the young lady who's a brain cyst survivor here on the D Hill Radio Show.
When it comes to hip hop,
don't stop.
R&B, and talk radio, no one does it better than Beat Break 87 FM.
Tune your radio.
Tune in now.
You can tune into this radio station on any smartphone or tablet.
iPhone,
Android,
BlackBerry,
Nokia,
Samsung,
Windows phones,
or whatever you have. Download the free TuneIn app from your phone or tablet's app store.
Tune in with music, sports, news, and comedy.
From over 70,000 radio stations around the world. Check it out at TuneIn.com.
Or your app store.
Hey world, it's your man Precise, and I have great news. The Precise Music app is finally available for your iPhone, Android, and BlackBerry through Amazon and other app stores. That's Precise Music. Music is spelled with a Z. Go get it for all things Precise. Powered by BlackVibes.com. I tried to put it off, but I can't. It's on me. Tried to blame the other man, but I can't. It's on me. Stay in tune. That's Precise Music. Music is spelled with a Z.
What's up, ATL? Make sure that you check out the D Hill Radio Show every Saturday night and Sunday night at 7 p.m. on Beat Break 87 and BeatBreakRadioFM.com. What's up? What's up? ATL, I'm sorry about that. Thank you all for tuning in to the D Hill Radio Show. My mic is acting all crazy. Good Lord, I'm making it worse. Acting all crazy today. So now we have Miss Kenya here with us in the studio. Thank you so much for coming on. I think I reached out to you like a couple of months ago. So, you know, we've been trying for the longest, you know, to make sure that this day happened. So, once again, thank you for coming on the D Hill Radio Show. And we're going to be talking today about brain cysts. And she's also going to be telling us the difference between the brain cyst and the brain tumor. Yes. So what you have is considered a brain cyst.
Yes, a brain cyst and also hydrocephalus.
Okay. So what's the difference between the cyst and the tumor?
The difference between a cyst and a tumor, the cyst is non-cancerous.
Okay.
A tumor can become cancerous, and so that's the difference between the two. Some of the tumors, you can't remove them. Mm-hmm. And the cysts, with the cysts, you can't remove that either. The only thing the doctors can do whenever I have to go through surgery, they go inside and take the poisonous fluid out. Mm-hmm. And after that, it either grows back or it stays the same.
Okay, let's back up a little bit. When you first found out that you had a brain cyst, what was that day like? Did you have any symptoms or anything prior?
Well, for 5 to 6 months, I was going to the doctor.
Okay.
And at the time, I'm 25 now. I was 22 then. I was going to the doctor and I was telling him, look, I'm having these bad migraines. Mm-hmm. I'm watching Dr. Oz. He said migraines shouldn't last all day.
Okay.
I'm taking pills back to back, maybe 36 pills within 1 week.
Wow.
I remember one day I had passed out while I was driving. I had leaned in a different direction, came back up, and I just kept my hand on the steering wheel and my foot on the brake. When I would walk, my balance would be off. And it got to the point where I didn't know what was going on.
Okay.
And people would say, you know what, you're walking funny. What's going on?
Okay.
So then I started calling pageant shows, like, can you guys teach me how to walk? Because I'm embarrassed to walk in front of people. And people think that I'm drunk, and I'm not drunk.
Okay.
And the day I went to the hospital after hearing, no, nothing's wrong with you, you're being dramatic, and this is coming out the doctor's mouth and the nurse's mouth. There's nothing wrong. One doctor diagnosed me with vertigo. She told me to lean back and come back up. And she was like, oh, you have vertigo. So the day that I actually went, I was throwing up really bad. When I saw the nurse, I said, look, if you guys don't diagnose me, I feel like I'm going to die as soon as I walk out of here. And when they found this first cyst, it was 4.5 centimeters and 80% mass.
Wow. So what made them, after them telling you had a vertigo and all of that, what made them even test for the cyst?
I told the nurse, I said, no one will give me a CAT scan. And so she said, you know what, get up and walk really quickly. So I was supposed to walk in a straight line, and in my mind I was walking straight, but the entire time I was walking slanted.
Okay.
And so she took me to do the CAT scan, and when she came back to tell me the news, I remember first calling my mother, and then I called my dad, and I said, I don't know what's going on. No, I called my best friend, and the lady said, you know, I'm getting ready to let you know you have a growth on your brain, and it's a cyst. And so when she told me that, I just ran to the bathroom and started crying and praying because I didn't know what was going on. And she said, we may have to do surgery tonight.
Wow.
And I didn't know what brain surgery was, so I was just like, oh, my gosh, I think I'm getting ready to die.
Wow. Okay, so after you called, I'm pretty sure your parents was just all shaken up.
Yes, and my dad, he lives out of state.
Okay.
So my mom, she came to the hospital. My little sister got to the hospital, and everyone was just there to support me. Okay. And after the surgery, when I woke up, I was around loved ones. I remember waking up out of surgery because they told my mother, it's a 50% chance your daughter won't make it. Wow. You won't recognize her. I had to learn how to walk, how to talk, and do everything all over again. So when I came out of surgery, talking. That was the first blessing that God gave me. And my mom was surprised. They said, I thought you guys said she wasn't going to be able to talk. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. So has that healed? How has that surgery helped, your first surgery?
After the first surgery, I'll say a couple of months later, I had the surgery November of 2014. I was still feeling bad. And at the time when I had the surgery, I remember my stomach and neck hurting. So not only did I get cut open on my brain, I got cut open on my neck and my stomach. And they had to put this tube inside of me because I also have hydrocephalus, which is fluid on the brain.
Okay.
And months later, the cyst returned. And so I went through the same thing I did trying to get people to listen to me a year later, telling them, look, I don't feel good. And I heard look, you have this on your brain now. You need to deal with it. Stop being dramatic. And so one day I walked into the hospital and said, look, guys, I don't feel good. And I literally feel like I'm about to die. God sent me here to tell you that. And when they did the CAT scan, they said, okay, well, the cyst is back. Your shunt has malfunctioned. And we're getting ready to send you back in surgery.
Wow.
And that was July of last year.
Okay. And the cyst, it comes back?
Yes.
Oh, man. So they don't know a cure or anything?
No. Both of the conditions that I have is rare.
Wow. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure you're on a lot of medication.
No.
You're not?
No.
Okay.
They don't have me. The only thing they try to give me is pain pills, but I don't want to get addicted to that. So I just rather deal with the pain and pray about it.
Okay. So have they even told you something like to maybe change your eating habit? Have they offered any type of suggestions?
They don't tell me anything other than come back when you feel like you can't take it anymore.
Okay, because they don't know the answer.
No.
That's why. Wow. Man. So, I mean, I don't want to make this sound like a dumb question asking, how has this changed your life? But how has it changed?
The way that it has changed my life, the first way is I didn't know anything about brain surgery, tumors, or cysts. So within that, I said I had to do something to help people like me.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
Over time, I came out with 4 T-shirts for brain tumor survivors and cyst survivors. And I put their name. I think I've had at least 400 people. I put their name in alphabetical order and put people who died from it at the bottom. I've reached out to people and I've spoken to people on Facebook and given them advice. As far as my personal life, dealing with hydrocephalus, I can't look up, I can't look down, I can't lay flat back on my head, or I get dizzy to the point where I feel like I'm getting ready to pass out.
Okay.
So I can't do things like go to amusement parks and ride the rides anymore.
Okay.
I think if I go swimming and try to do a backstroke or something, I'm going to get dizzy. It's a lot of things. When people invite me somewhere, I have to ask them, well, am I doing A, B, C? Because not trying to keep talking about my condition, but, you know, I have a condition. I can't do everything.
Yeah.
So most of my friends, at first, they didn't understand, but then over time, they understood what was going on. They knew I couldn't do everything anymore.
Wow. I'm losing my train of thought because I have so many questions for you. I'm pretty sure you've had a lot of people to reach out to you with the same symptoms.
Yes.
That you have.
Yes. I've had a lot of people on Facebook just reaching out to me. I shared a picture one day, and the picture received 250,000 likes.
Wow.
And I had people just, hey, can you please tell me what's going on? Because I'm going through the same thing. And listening to your story, I decided not to give up. Or people have went to the doctor and heard my story and realized they had a cyst or a tumor.
Okay, because I know when I first heard about your story on Facebook, and I'm not saying people not beautiful can't get anything, but I just felt so bad for you because you're so pretty.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're a very beautiful person.
And I've heard that a lot. I've had people write me, there's nothing wrong with you. You're making this up. Ain't no way. Look at how you look. And I'm like, okay, am I supposed to look like what I'm going through?
Yeah. And, you know, I was telling a friend of mine's, co-worker of mine at work, that I think it would be a good idea for her daughters to meet you just so they could see, you know, how blessed that they are. They don't have to deal with the same struggles, you know, that you do on a daily.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would love to meet them.
Yeah, I just feel so bad. And what other support have you gotten?
Well, I have my fiance here today. And
Mr. Future Junior.
He's helped me along the way. I met him after my first surgery, and he has been here since the second surgery, making sure I didn't have to worry about anything as far as going back to work. And I have my mom. She's there by my side. I actually moved back in with her during my first surgery because I have to be watched.
Yeah.
My dad, my sister, my friends, people at work, people on Facebook that don't know me. called me their sister, their daughter. I had one lady who called me her daughter, and she actually passed away from a tumor a couple of months ago. So I've developed a lot of support groups. But at the end of the day, when you're going through, another way that my life changed, I wasn't used to dealing with chronic illness and pain.
Yeah.
So every single day I'm in pain. And so I had to make a decision. Do I want to get up today, or do I want to just, go ahead and say I can't do it anymore? So I have a lot of people that's always reaching out to me saying, you know what, you're my inspiration. And when I see that stuff, I just go, you can't give up.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely can't do that. Have you ever thought in just taking this nationally for even reaching out to Dr. Oz?
Yes. I was writing him every single day.
Okay.
And I stopped because I procrastinate a lot.
Okay.
But I'm going to start back writing him.
Please do.
I share my story on Facebook almost every other day.
Okay.
Like this, I said this month is Brain Tumor Awareness Month. So every other day I'm doing This Is Why I Go Gray in May.
Okay.
And I've been trying to reach out to the news stations, but right now they don't want to hear my story.
Yeah, they want to hear all the violence and stuff gonna make news and all that. So what about the doctors?
I have a hard time with the doctors. The doctors will not take me serious.
The doctor show, the show.
Oh, the show.
Yeah, the show.
I'm
talking about the show. Yeah.
Oh, them either. They blocked me on Facebook.
Are you serious?
They stopped me from writing because the way that you get your story heard is with people like that. You can't write them directly. You can just put it in the comment section and hopefully they'll see it. And so that's what I was doing when they'll share this and share that, and they made it to where I can't put anything in there. So.
Oh my God!
I don't think it was them personally. Maybe it was their team.
Yeah, definitely. Because I know Dr. Ron, who's on. Do you ever seen The Black Doctor?
Yes.
Oh no, yeah. He's been on this show before.
Okay.
Yeah. So definitely, if I see him, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And also, what about the governor's office?
I've been calling them, and I tell them, hey, I want to start a walk. Not just for brain cysts or brain tumors, but if anybody's ever had a migraine or a headache, they know how I feel. And so I write them every other day, and I'm just waiting for that phone call to say, hey, look, we read your story today. We want you to come inside and let's talk.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Once you get in the governor's office, what exactly would you be talking to them about? How can they help you?
They would be able to help me by – that's a great question. They would be able to help me by, one, getting the word out there. Because mine started with a headache, and I stayed persistent. If I didn't stay persistent, I would have died if I didn't go to the hospital. And a lot of people don't know that this month is Brain Tumor Awareness Month. Not knocking the other diseases, but we talk about breast cancer, HIV, homophobics, lesbians. We talk about everything else in Atlanta, traffic, but nobody knows about brain cysts and brain tumors. So if I would tell them, hey, can you get me a big billboard on the busiest intersection in Georgia, so when it's traffic, people can stop and say, oh, wow, let me click on this website or go to her Facebook page or something, or ask him, can he get me a spot on the news so I can get on the news and talk about it.
So the Brain Tumor Month, is that just here in Georgia, or is that nationwide?
It's nationwide.
Okay, let's just do a Brain Tumor Day here in Atlanta at the state capitol, and I introduce you to the people that I know that's in the governor's office.
Okay, thank
so we can
you.
definitely start there, and then you can reach out to some of your people that's on Facebook that live in the Atlanta area that come out to the state capitol that day. And for something like that, people that lives in surrounding states, they will come to Atlanta.
Okay.
Yeah, for that. So I would definitely count the D Hill Radio Show in.
Okay,
thank
you.
Yeah, definitely for the support. Yeah, because like I said, she's so pretty. I hate that she going. Not that I wish ugly people.
Sometimes that's what I wish. That's not what I wish. That's what I think people think you're supposed to look like in order to go through something.
Yeah, yeah. Because I know they did this, not to get off topic, but they did this. It was some special that they had going on. People that's incarcerated, they were saying you are less likely to get this amount of time in jail if you was this attractive. So people assume that when you go to prison, you looking rough, ugly. You just, it's not at all like that. It's not at all like that. So if people want more information, what is your Facebook?
Kenya Scott.
Kenya
and my
Scott.
picture, there's a lot of Kenya Scotts on Facebook.
Okay.
My picture has a sign on there that says, it was a sign when I was marching downtown. It's a yellow sign, and it says something about hydrocephalus, and I'm marching a day because doctors won't listen to me. So if you see that sign, that's me.
Okay. All right. And where else can they go and get more information on the cyst, the tumor, and the
hydrocephalus?
Hydrocephalus.
They can get more information on, if you just Google, there's 1,000 websites out there. And one thing you will see with the tumor, you're going to see 200,000 people is diagnosed per year. With the cyst.
That's a lot.
Yes. And also, see, my condition, what makes it rare, the cyst and the hydrocephalus,
yes,
babies or elderly people get this. It's rare when you're my age in your 20s and get it.
And I would think, because I work in the medical field myself, I would think that the doctors, because it's not common with people your age, that they would want to do all type of tests on you.
They don't take me serious. I was in the hospital yesterday, right before I came here. And I told them, look, this tube inside of my body, because I have a shunt that connects from my brain through my neck into my stomach. And it controls the fluid from building up in my brain.
Okay.
And I told them I can feel this tube when I'm laying down at night, when I'm doing whatever. This tube is hurting against my body, and I know it's there, literally. And I told them I'm having sharp pains. The lady simply diagnosed me with, you're having a simple headache. And I was sitting in the waiting room for about 3 hours, and I noticed people was going ahead of me. So I went in there and I asked them, what's going on? They said, well, we're taking the more severe cases. You have a headache. And I said, ma'am, let me break it down. If my shunt is malfunctioning or infected, I have to go into surgery, or I could die after this sentence. If I'm having a headache, you can give me some prescription and the headache will go away.
So I'm pretty sure by them doing that, they don't know the history of your...
It's in their system.
Wow.
When they type it in and put my name in there, they see that I've been to that hospital, how many times, how many surgeries, and what's going on. I know if the bill people can see that I've come there, they can see it up front first. So
wow. And it's so sad because that's why I be telling people it's so important to get out there and vote. The insurance company have changed so much.
Yes.
They don't, even like going to a regular physician's, the doctors are not allowed to spend that quality time with you like they used to because of the insurance company. They want those doctors to see a certain amount of patient each day.
So that's why I always tell people, if you're experiencing a migraine and it hasn't gone away, go to the doctor.
Yeah.
Don't be like me. And thank God I didn't overdose on pain pills. If you're having any kind of migraine, go to the doctor. And I don't care if you have to go 1,000 times. That 1,001 time might be the time that you get diagnosed and get help.
Yeah. So what's the difference between, in your opinion, what's the difference between having a regular headache and a migraine for those who don't know a migraine headache?
A migraine, I'll say, is going to hurt all over.
Okay.
You're going to be sensitive to light. You're going to feel nauseous. Everything's going to irritate you. A headache would be, it might be at the front of your head. It could be a stress headache, a sinus headache, but it's not going to be as severe as a migraine. A migraine, you're going to want to shut down your entire day, and you can't go through the rest of your day.
Okay. Wow. So we only got 2 minutes. Do you have anything, man? Time flies so fast. It flies by so fast. Do you have any type of upcoming events or anything that you have coming up you want the listeners
not yet, but if they reach out on my Facebook, I'm always doing something. So if you see a lady walking down the street with a sign that says something about a brain cyst or hydrocephalus, that's me. Take the picture and share it.
Okay, go a little bit. We only got, I say a minute. Can you go a little bit into the hydrocephalus?
Hydrocephalus is normally diagnosed in babies, which are the babies with the large heads.
Yeah.
That's the ones who have hydrocephalus.
Okay.
And that normally comes from a premature birth. Mine's that came when I was 22. So that means that I have fluid on my brain. Everyone has fluid on their brain, but the people with hydrocephalus have too much fluid on their brain. It's excessive. And so they put this shunt in there. That's the only treatment. They put a VP shunt. It goes in the back of your brain, or it can go to the front of your brain, and that controls the fluid.
Okay. All right. Okay, man. Wow. So just so much that you learn. That's why I'm constantly, even though I work in a hospital, any little pain I feel, I'm going to the doctor because you don't know. Mm-hmm. And I'm not taking this stuff I see now. You just can't take any chances. Mm-hmm. I'm always going to get checked out. Any little bit of pain that I feel anywhere, I'm going to the doctor. We want to thank you so much. So the next time that you come back, we're going to be bringing you back with your book that you have written.
Okay.
So once again, Kenya, thank you for coming to the D Hill Radio Show. And make sure that you all listen to me every Saturday night from 7 to 8 p.m. live. And make sure that you catch me on Instagram. I'm always posting under the D Hill. My Facebook page is D Hill. And I'm not on Snapchat or anything like that. I'm going to leave all that for them young folks. So I'm just with Facebook and links. So make sure that you all do follow me, become my friend or whatever. And, and also your Facebook page, Kenya Scott.
Yes.
Once again, so she could update you all on her CIS that, the CIS and the information that you all need. But our first step that we're going to do is definitely get in contact with my friends over there at the governor's office.
Thank you so much.
So,
and thank you for having me.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Always about educating the community. Okay, all right. So my producer's telling me to wrap it up. Once again, thank you all for tuning in to the D Hill Radio Show.
Atlanta's new underground station, Beat Break 87 FM, where music and talk radio lives. The best part of waking up isn't Folgers. It's the Beat Break Morning Show. Start your morning off right with Sean Garvey and the crew on BeatBreakRadioFM.com.
Hey world, it's your man Precise, and I have great news. The Precise Music app is finally available for your iPhone, Android, and BlackBerry through Amazon and other app stores. That's Precise Music. Music is spelled with a Z. Go get it for all things Precise. Powered by BlackVibes.com. I tried to put it off, but I can't. It's on me. Tried to blame the other man, but I can't. It's on me. Stay in tune. That's Precise Music. Music is spelled with a Z.
We specialize in creating mobile apps for the entertainment industry. Go to bvmobileapps.com, click Get Started Now, create your account, choose your package, upload your content, and click Submit. BV Mobile Apps. Make it easy. Make it mobile.
Listen to Beat Break 87 FM on the go. Download the Beat Break 87 FM app from the App Marketplace, including Amazon, Google Play, and the App Store. View photos, videos, and Beat Break 87 shows on your mobile device. Download the Beat Break 87 FM app now for free.
Career tips and info with Coach Mo, brought to you by ftsources.com. All right, guys, I know last week we spoke about LinkedIn profiles. Of course, it's the biggest platform in terms of social media, but it's a professional platform, guys. So we have to remember professional, not Facebook, not Twitter, not Instagram. LinkedIn is a whole nother level. So on LinkedIn, if you want to grab the attention of the hiring manager, you have to speak the language. So the tip for today is called headlining. Now, the spot right under, the little area right under your name on LinkedIn, it gives you the opportunity to edit that. So you can put something like your name, Sean Garvey, and then underneath it, you would put a headline. Your headline can include anything from your title, your dream title, your profession, what you truly do that's really great, or perhaps it could just say something really fun and creative, like I am a web designer and I bleed content, something very creative. But it's totally up to you to catch and grasp the attention of whomever is viewing and reading your profile. So guys, be creative with that headline. Don't make it boring, and don't even forget about it altogether. Make sure you make a headline for your LinkedIn profile. Okay guys, this has been Career Tips and Info with Coach Mo. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, Career Coach Mo, guys.
Our I remember the moment.
I'll never forget that moment.
As long as I live.
As long as I live.
A storage tank ruptured, and for miles, chemicals were pushing up against the riverbanks.
This was a big, big deal, and it was going to have a serious impact on communities up and down the river.
I remember the moment this local guy came up to me and said, "They call the guard out for this stuff?"
You probably thought we were all about hurricanes, tornadoes, fighting Mother Nature.
Hey, it's a chemical spill. It's a disaster.
It affects the water supply, threatens wildlife.
We're talking about the health of entire communities and people's livelihoods.
You bet we're ready for these kinds of things.
We were out there with booms to prevent the spill from expanding.
We're responsible for protecting and monitoring the sensitive wetlands.
I also remember the moment that same guy came up to me and said, "I don't know what we would have done if they hadn't called the guard up."
Learn more about how you can protect your friends, families, neighbors, and the environment. Everything that makes up your community. Go to NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the Georgia National Guard. Aired by the Georgia Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Hey, this is Hi Man Baby from the ATL. I appreciate everybody checking us out on Magic 107.5, but I want you to stick around because I am getting with my man Sean Garvey and DJ Roll'em, Beat Break Radio.
That's right. Brand new season of the Beat Break Morning Show coming this fall. Check us out. Simon Baby, who paved the way for myself, including DJ Roll'em, on the Beat Break Morning Show. Simon Baby.
That's it.
Weekdays, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. on Magic, ATL Magic 107.5.
You the man.
All right. No, you the man. You just made me look good.
The best part of waking up isn't Folgers. It's the Beat Break Morning Show. Start your morning off right with Sean Garvey and the crew on BeatBreakRadioFM.com and HomeTeamRadio.com.
Hey everyone, this is LaVon, and we'd like to welcome you to our new radio show, The Vibe with Vaughn. So come vibe with us each and every Sundays from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Beat Break 87 FM and BeatBreakRadioFM.com.
Beat Break Radio FM, Atlanta's new underground station. Online 24/7 at BeatBreakRadioFM.com.